Let's bring in Florida residents Ben and Macy Moss and former Olympian Dania Vizzi, who all evacuated Florida ahead of this monster storm. I want to go to you, Ben, first, because I want to know, you know that you were listening to Adam and listening to Steve Harrigan. In your area, it looks like they really dodged the bullet down there because it didn't get the storm surge they were expecting. There is some rain, there is some wind, and could be severe wind damage. But what do you think about the path of this storm?
So going into it, it was kind of confusing. Even when, a few days ago when we were first hearing about it, no one really knew where it was going to hit. We're like, is it hitting Tampa? Is it hitting south of us, north of us? So it was a little, we just kind of had to prepare for a direct hit. Listening to before what he just talked about with the tornadoes, I didn't even really know tornadoes hit inside of hurricanes, to be honest. And to have that many, you know, we went up to my mother-in-law's house about an hour north of Tampa. And I'm talking to some of my neighbors and stuff, and they're looking at the property, and the property still looks good. Yeah, the wind damage is the biggest thing because we're away from the water. Our home near Tampa is away from the water enough to where storm surge isn't an issue. But it's the wind that we're kind of, you know, tomorrow when we get to, once this thing blows over, looking forward to going and seeing what any damage that is up or, you know, anything like that in our neighborhood.
So, Macy, to you now, are you eager to get back? I mean, are you eager to get back to your house and see what damage is there and see maybe, you know, maybe moving back in tomorrow?
I'm curious to see for sure. I am curious what the power situation will be like. We know that the house has already lost power, so just curious if that'll last for, you know, several days or a week. It's really hard to tell. We just moved there, so yeah.
Daniel, what about you? You think the evacuation was the right move? Do you think this was handled well? Do you think the state handled this well?
Yes, I agree. Evacuation was the right move. Honestly, I am a Florida native and I've lived here for 29 years, and this is the most scared I've ever been for a hurricane. I think a lot of Florida natives and Florida residents take hurricanes for granted, and we don't really prepare that well. But after all of the disaster we saw from Helene, so many people took it more seriously, which I think was really great, because when you hear that you're going to have 12, 15 foot of storm surge, and in my case, I live less than a mile away from the bay, that's really scary. So I chose to evacuate about 35 miles north to our farm, where we've actually lost power, but we do have a backup generator, and we also have a safe room, which is what I'm in now. So when the winds get up to 80, 90 miles an hour, maybe, that's what we've heard, we can come in here and be safe. But the community's been so great. I've had so many people help me make sandbags, board up windows. Everybody's so gracious at the grocery store, just letting you have cases of water. It's been really inspiring, and I think the state has handled it really well. I think a lot of every Florida resident that I know is so grateful to have Governor DeSantis on top of this, linemen ready, just people just ready to come save us if need be.
I'm wondering, Dania, if you are saying, if not for Hurricane Helene a couple of weeks ago, that you might have decided to stay and ride Hurricane Milton out. Is that kind of where you're leaning toward?
It's definitely possible. I think if I wouldn't have my parents' farm so close, there would have been a chance that I would stay, just because I've never seen impacts like this in Tampa Bay in my 29 years of living here. But I had a friend in Longboat lose her home. I've had multiple friends in the Tampa Bay area who haven't been able to come back to their house since Helene. So I think a lot of us have taken this more seriously.
Yeah, it's interesting, Ben, because I know that you have had some friends and family that also had trouble getting gas and getting supplies. What do you know about their whereabouts? Do you think that the people who are having trouble are all safe and accounted for?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. My wife and I ourselves, we had to go to the gas station a few times to even get our cars filled up, wait in line a little bit. There's 7 of us. We all went to my mother-in-law's. We're all here, you know, north of Tampa, inland some. There's 7 of us. We're all made it here, and we're all fine. But it took my brother, who's in Bradenton, to get up here. It took him about 4.5 hours or so. Monday, Tuesday, whenever he came up a while ago. And that drive, just going through all that traffic, was insane.
Yeah, and Macy, I know that, there's clearly a lot of concern here. How has the flow of information been for you? I know you guys had to leave your home. How is the flow of information? Have you been able to make sure that you contact your loved ones? Has that been difficult to do during this time?
Thankfully, not for us. We haven't had too many, power service interruptions. So we're very fortunate in that way. And we have been also getting a lot of information from, the local government and various news sources. So I think for us, at least, where we are in Pasco, it's been pretty straightforward. But I can't say the same for, others in the area.
Yeah, and what about you, Dania? Same thing, communication. Has it been effective? Has it been good, clear? Are you in touch with your loved ones, with your friends? Are you worried about anybody right now?
I'm worried about a couple of my friends who decided to stay in some of the evacuation zones, but a lot of them are in high rises, so they weren't really scared of storm surge, and they have hurricane impact windows. So I was a little nervous, but I've been keeping in touch with them all day, and they seem to be fine. I think they actually just lost power, so hopefully they can regain it soon. But no, communication hasn't really been a problem, and I'm just praying for everybody through this storm, and I hope when I go home tomorrow, there's not too much damage.
Yeah. Wow. Well, listen, best of luck to all you. Thank you very much for coming on. Ben and Macy Moss, Dania Vizzi, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Stay safe, stay dry, and I hope your properties are all good when you get back and see them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.